Hello and welcome everyone. I'm C.S.Gilmore, and this is Shadowrun Returns. Looks like we are going to talk around here at the Seamstresses Union and see what's next. Try and clean his trunk of his cherry bomb and Mrs. Kubota when you walk up. We were just talking about you, Gilmore. And the Emerald Sea Ripper, ironic that you tracked a serial killer to a mental hospital. Johnny Clean told us where you were going. We have been waiting for you to return. Welcome to hear the sister. Alright. I thought you knew better than that, Johnny. You're right, I should have kept my mouth shut. I should know better. It's just that we have a personal stake in the Ripper murders. We each have our reasons for wanting the killer found. Sam was a regular here, and his loss has been felt, regardless of his shortcomings. The whole sprawl has been shaken by these killings as well, the randomness of them. No one knows if they will be next or what the killer might take from them. I admit that the killings have hampered business as well. I am sorry, but it is true. It does not help that Sam's body was found down the street from here. Even my regular customers have been loath to venture out with a killer on the loose. Now tell us, did you find the person responsible for the Ripper murders? The person responsible? No. The killer? Yes. I like this one better. Someone's pulling the strings of a serial killer? That sounds more complicated than I suspected. He is the head of the asylum, is killing specific people to harvest specific body parts. All of the transplanted organs came from the same donor, Melinda Watts, Sam's mother. It looked like he was putting her back together. Oh yeah, the whole thing was a Frankenstein job. The Ripper was harvesting body parts to reassemble Sam's mother, Melinda. All the victims had transplanted organs, her organs, and the Ripper was taking them back. I'll go with the top one. The three are silent as the news sinks in. So Sam had an organ transplant from his mother, and then the Ripper killed Sam. And all those other people, just to reassemble Sam's mother? Grisly, isn't it? I sense a cause and effect in this. Coyote and Jake Armitage just left here to attend Sam's funeral. I am told that there will be a reinterment ceremony for his mother as well. Sounds like she'll be buried with all her missing body parts. Think his sister Jessica had something to do with it? Hang on, I saw Sam's sister when she was here the other day. She was as corp as they come, but I can't imagine a lady like that behind a series of murders. There's gotta be something else going on. It is clear that you must go to the funeral and talk with Jessica Watts, Gilmore. I will, and I'm gonna get some answers. I am sure you will. Miss Kubota raises her hand and the conversation stops. Wait, before you go, there's one thing you did not tell us, Gilmore. Where is the Emerald City Ripper now? Well, he isn't in heaven, I'm sure of that. That is good. Alright, so... where are my objectives? Make sure my optional didn't go away. Good, it's still here. So I've still got to find a customer for my mental data, and looks like I'm ready to leave otherwise, but no way am I leaving until I finish up here. Was there something else? I found this listing in a data store at Mercy Mental. Oh my, this is unspeakable. Murder was not enough for this person. Selling patients as Banraku slaves? Thank you for bringing this to me. I know you are still hot on the trail of your friend Sam's killer. I will contact some runners to liberate these poor souls from the buyers in this list. You have done much good here today. The hand of the Ripper was more of a monster than anyone could have known. I'm not going to ask for a reward for that. I'm not that kind of... just no. No problem. Good luck, Miss Kubota. To you as well. Besides, I got karma out of that. So, I'm happy. And it's not like I really need the money. I'm doing pretty good on money, really. Okay. Let's see what else there is to this. Anything really good here? Welcome back, Gilmore. What's the latest news? I feel like I should be asking you. Word around here was that you were closing in on the Ripper when you last left. Dare I ask how that went? He won't be a problem anymore. I hope that means what I think it means. And yet your shoulders are no more relaxed, and you still survey the room like a man who has yet to return from war. This isn't over, is it? The Ripper may have been killing on someone else's orders. The big guy sighs. I was hoping this would soon be all behind us. The Baron's has a short memory, but for wounds such as these, it makes an exception. To see this prolonged, I fear for how it may forever change the landscape. Gangs have already started to take advantage of the chaos left in the Ripper's wake, and that only serves to destabilize what semblance of order there was, paving the way for the megacorps to make land grabs and push poor Sinless further to the fringes, where the dangers are greatest. Sooner or later, even the Union could be threatened. Good thing the Union's got you, then. Good thing we've got each other. Take care, Gilmore. Yay! Alright, downstairs. I bet there's a lot more people to talk to, and perhaps some new goods. Though I don't know if I've made it through enough to warrant a new chapter of goodies and whatnot. But we'll find out. Hey there, what's up? I need some new gear. Alright, oh yeah, I still need to get decking up to 5 so I can use that. I do want that. Oh, so much. Alright, I'm pretty happy with everything I've got. I don't feel... Exploder, shield... Don't want another ESP. Creates an assassin expert system program. That sounds fun. I'm gonna get that. I mean, they don't seem to take up inventory space to carry with me and just plug into a cyberdeck, so I might as well. I'm happy with everything else I've got, though. Like, there's other programs can be useful for things, but I'm not worried. Okay. So close that. Anything new here? On his workbench, Buster currently has a mil-spec shotgun fully disassembled, its parts neatly arranged. He lovingly massages, I don't know, I'm having trouble with that word, each piece with a microfiber cloth coated in some kind of gun oil or polish. Whatever the stuff is, it leaves the pieces shining brilliantly and pungent as hell. Got some catalogs just come in. If you might be interested in an order, I can get gear shipped overnight from the manufacturer, though I won't lie to you, you'll be paying for the convenience. Otherwise, I got plenty of the usual bang bangs waiting for a good home. What do you say? Ooh, what's the new stuff? Well, there are two schools of thought on the matter. There are those who swear by their smart guns and such because they make the weapon more accurate, and thus more deadly. Then there are those who subscribe to the bigger boom theory, putting all their money on the biggest and baddest rounds. But you ask me, it's all situational. That's where the real advances have come. You can pack a Panther assault cannon, but it won't do you any favors if you're fighting in a basement hallway. By the same token, a room sweeper might carve up your average pack of gangers up close and personal, but its range is a big limitation. Military life never taught me that. It was dealing to runners like yourself that afforded me this epiphany. You've got to be ready for anything. On that note, might I interest you in some custom mods or perhaps some specialty grenades? I'll take a look at what you've got. If you've got new stuff. Ooh. Okay. Nothing new there. Where's the specialty stuff, though? Alright, so this is specialty grenades. Not really worried about that. I will buy a drone kit. Because I need to replace the one I used. Alright. Let's see, what can I sell here? You know, I'll just hold on to stuff for now. I don't really need to sell anything. I don't need the money. So, yeah. Well, I'm not seeing anything new, so we'll move on. Alright, you back there. Confirm. I'll take a look at what you've got. Nothing right now. Just search your stuff. You, anything good and new that I might actually want? Hey guy, I got some armored clothing here if you're interested. Yep, nothing new. Okay. Shame. What about you? Alright. Algernon stands stock still, his eyes closed and his face composed in a mask of stern concentration. But then a small snore escapes his nose, instantly shattering the elf's carefully manicured mystique. A clearing of your throat is enough to rouse the talismonger from his meditation. Ah, Gilmore, I was watching you approach from the astral realm. So good of you to visit again. What might I do for you on this fine day? So how are things in the astral? Always a curious place, the astral, though a mirror world to our own, it is ever-changing. I suppose the same can be said of our reality, but things of a transitory nature here on the physical plane can cause long-lasting changes in the astral. The barrens that we can see and touch records the past with blood stains on the sidewalk and bullet holes in storefront walls. But the astral goes further, recording the emotions that accompanied these acts of violence, these events. Texture, astral, space. Just how is the astral textured these days? There's a great deal of fear and distrust. In some places it is strong enough to impact the working of magic. But enough of my doomsaying. You must have better things to do. Is there any way I can help? He's interesting to talk to. Okay. So higher level spells, but I don't really use spells. So nothing that I really want. Still, worth a look. I like to keep aware of all my options. And so, checking with all these people is a good thing. Doc Castle looks to be better rested and in better spirits than the last time you saw her. She's also clearly had a shower and a change of clothes, maybe even some sleep. Her eyes are sharp when they turn up from her work to greet you. Welcome back to Gilmore. Still all in one piece, I see. More's the pity for me, but I'll still take your money. Perhaps a full physical is in order, or we can call it a medical consultation. That's where I roughly determine the odds of your survival based on your professional proclivities. It comes with a lollipop. So what will it be? Dr. Castle sets down her work and fixes you with a hard look. Her expression normally falls on an axis of varying degrees of indifference, depending on her level of tiredness, but now it has shifted over to something decidedly darker. Is this morbid curiosity? Person ought to know the track record of their doctor. I suppose that would be prudent. To give you a hard number is difficult. There are many who I would have considered patients that never made it home, and so I suppose one could say they died while under my care, though not as a result of it. But the number I think you want is the number of patients who died on my table, and that number is 6. 6 who I was unable to save, spread across a 13-year career, and I remember each and every one, down to the smallest detail, including the moment where I realized I could do nothing more for them. I would argue that 4 of those 6 were beyond helping from the moment they passed through my door. The 5th died as a result of complications while installing a stolen piece of experimental cyberware which I had cautioned against using. And the 6th? Entirely my fault. I made a mistake. I can't claim I was overtired or inexperienced or distracted. I simply made the wrong decision and a young man died as a result. We all make mistakes and hopefully we can learn from them. She picks up her tablet and resumes work. Yes, well, will there be anything else? Alright, let's see what you've got. Alright, standard stuff. Cyberware. Pretty standard here too. I'm tempted to get something. I mean, I've got the money. The question is, if I get something, what? Wired reflexes with reflex trigger is the one I'm thinking of. When triggered, you will dodge the first attack against you. Lasts 3 rounds. Oh, I have to trigger it ahead of time. Okay. Still, if I know I'm in a fight against people shooting at me, that, as I remember, I have it basically. That could be useful. Plus, an extra movement. That's really tempting, but it's so expensive. Extends and enhances your vision, adds plus 3% to hit. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Boom. Boom. And confirm. Cyberware causes essence loss. This affects the magic rating of your character as magic is equal to essence rounded down. Magic is very important for spellcasters. The base number of spell slots available to the caster is equal to half of their magic rounded down. Therefore, losing essence can cause spell slots to be permanently lost. In addition, each point of magic lost increases all spell cooldowns by +1. Casting a spell again while it is cooling causes drain damage to the caster. You cannot have less than 1 essence. Okay, I did not know that. Cancel. Sorry. I actually like to be able to have the spells available. I mean, especially considering 2 of those are healing. Alright, so never mind. I'll be off. Alright, let me check my inventory, make sure everything's in order. And let's use some karma. Alright, what to get? Full auto available, weapon permitting. I think my gun can do that. Just reduce the chance to be hit by physical attacks. I'll spend 1 on that. Don't care about close combat or throwing weapons. Able to equip 2 drones. I don't really need that though. Where's my decking? That's the one I wanted to get up. Wait, that was up here, wasn't it? Decking 5. That's right. So get this and that. Alright. I'm happy with that. Now then. Now to get my new toy. And excellent. Confirm. Alright. So that was pretty good. Got a lot more of the whole character interaction building. I like how they develop the characters and help you to get to know them and be able to interact with them like that. Even though it takes time, it really adds to the game for me because it adds to the story and the world building and everything else. So I've got all that. Everything's in place. Took a while to get through it all, but it happens. I'm gonna save and I think I'm gonna end this episode here. I know this was just an interlude episode, so sorry about that. Next episode, I believe, is going to get much more interesting, though. And we had that big, interesting one the last episode anyway, so yeah. I think I'm okay with doing this little interlude one. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Bye. There we go. Wave on screen, actually.